Alright, so
I wasn't sure how to open this video when I first made it, but near the end of the video, I'm actually gonna give you an explanation as to how I was inspired for this video, and that will actually come up again. So it's actually a direct reference to a certain something something. So I'll just leave you in suspense for that one.
I was playing around in Five Nights at Freddy's recently.
I love this part because I literally forgot what game Five Nights at Freddy's was for just a split second there. I was just like, wait a minute, what's it called? Kept that in because I'm just the greatest at, making multiple takes, multiple takes. Not a thing that I do.
And I found a really strange glitch that happens.
I've been told many times that it's not a glitch when it is in fact an Easter egg, and those people are actually correct. I'm just too stupid to figure that out. So this has always been Five Nights at Freddy's strangest glitch, even though it would actually be an Easter egg, and probably a lot less people would have been like bitches about it in the comments. But I doubt that. I doubt that. That second part, I doubt.
I don't know how I was able to find this. I mean, it's really intricate what you need to do to find it, but I'm going to try to walk you through. I'm going to try to recreate the conditions in which I managed to create the glitch. And so let's get going right away.
The entire point was to create the most convoluted scheme possible, to make it, like, impossible for people to actually do it themselves, and to make it a lot more obvious that it's not real. I'm pretty sure people have attempted this, to actually do what I did in this video, which I think is kind of just a sad reflection on our society at large. So, yeah.
First things first, this only works on night 3. From what I can tell, I've tried it on a couple of other nights, and it's only worked for me on night 3 so far, so...
Literally what I did when I made this video, before even... what I did was record me doing random things in games, and then I recorded the post audio. So basically, the conditions in the video itself is what made the commentary. So I was just... Basically what it was rewatching the video after, post-production was nearly complete, and then adding the voiceover. I just used the conditions of the video that I made, and I just used random save files for every game, and I just made, just a convoluted mess. But the reason I feel like it worked, I will discuss in a second.
What you're going to want is the rabbit not to move at all. Not at all. The rabbit cannot move from its starting position.
A very, a very important moment in channel history right there is when I said the rabbit. So, the point that I'm trying to make is that at one point in this video, I say that, like, I've played the game for so long that I've pretty much become an expert on everything Five Nights at Freddy's related. And the way that it's supposed to clue you in that I'm actually not the, Five Nights at Freddy's expert that I claim to be is that I don't know the names of the characters, and I just refer to them as generic, the generic creature that they are, which, is rabbit and bird. A very, pejorative statement, apparently. But, that's supposed to be a clue in to the fact that I'm not actually an expert at Five Nights at Freddy's. But none of the comments ever figured that out because, no one can take jokes these days. Like I said, I recorded the commentary after actually recording the video stuff, so I was barely actually paying attention to where the actual video, apart from like the certain parts that I knew were the case, such as the rabbit being at the starting spot. I had no idea that I actually had Foxy peeking out of the curtain. If I'd known that, I would have started with Foxy peeking at the curtain. That's what I should have said. But instead, I only knew that the rabbit didn't move at the start. And then I just, went over the godforsaken fox, and now nothing matters. So basically, just bad times ahead if you actually try and make this video yourself.
The bird can be anywhere. It really doesn't matter where the bird is, from what I've noticed. And the fox has to be peeking out of the curtains.
Now take a look at that. And that's the part that no one seems to notice, is that, all the comments say that, you said that Foxy was a rabbit! But then literally 10 seconds later, I actually go back into the screens and point out the fox as the fox. But, people, short attention spans, America in 2019, just these things. These things never change.
Now, once all of these conditions are satisfied, close both doors And open up the security camera menu and scroll in between the rooms 1A and 1B 12 times. Go up and down 12 times. And you're going to want to exit that menu, go over to the right door, and then flip through the door and light switch 7 times. Make sure when you're doing the light, you click it twice.
Literally what I did was just make completely random movements when I was making the recording, and then I looked back and then I counted them because I wanted to be super particular about this. You can also notice that that I'm talking way too goddamn slowly, and I had to actually slow down the footage to make it so that you could actually, you know, have all of my genius commentary and all of the actual actions take place within the same time frame.
Then you're going to want to flip through camera 1C and camera 5 now. Then after the 7th click, you got to jump over to camera 3. And, well, this is getting a bit intricate, so I'll just let the video play out and explain it for itself.
At that point, I couldn't even be bothered to make commentary, so I just kind of let the video speak for itself, which I guess it worked, apparently, because we got views, but hey, what you gonna do?
Once you're done with that, open up the left door, and then continue doing these intricate patterns along close the left door, open the right door, and continue going through the cameras.
Nice, dude. Did you hear that? Did you hear me just completely cut out half that commentary because I was talking so damn slowly and all the action was taking place on screen?
Close the right door, turn on the left door light, then the right door light, but do not open the doors. Open and close the left door and then go back through the cameras.
So here's a really nice, absolutely no commentary gap for about 5.5 seconds. Surprised this didn't hemorrhage viewers.
Now wait for the power to drain until it's at exactly 60%, and then go back through the cameras. Make sure that the rabbit has not moved yet.
See? See, comment section? I point out the rabbit as the rabbit. You can fucking stop now.
And make sure the fox hasn't either. The bird really doesn't matter still. Now you wait here on the bird, even if it's in the kitchen, until exactly 53%. And then you'll find yourself...
So that right there is one of the most important small editing, just not even a quarter of a second moments in the entire history of the internet. Everything has changed because of that edit. If that edit hadn't been a thing, I mean, I don't know where I would be in life. I don't know what kind of videos I'd be producing right now. Because when this video took off, I made another Five Nights at Freddy's video, and it was called Five Nights at Freddy's Gmod Adventures or something. And that video got more views within a week than basically anything else on my channel had. Even the Five Nights at Freddy's Strangest Glitch video didn't take off that fast. What I realized looking back now is that I had an opportunity. This Five Nights at Freddy's Strangest Glitch video was an opportunity to take off. This right here is the video that everyone chases. This is the video that makes you into a superstar on YouTube. And I had an opportunity to probably get to a very high level, because this video, like I said, had more views than any single Game Grumps video for several years. If I'd taken this opportunity, I probably could have been as big as them. Now, I'm not going to go out and say that I'm going to be like a huge channel. I'm not going to go out and say that I'm going to be a top 20 channel in YouTube history or anything. However, that video was an opportunity to get out of the rut that I was in for most of my YouTube career, because before this, I'd only had about 600 subscribers in a year and a half of making videos. The closest thing that I ever had come to going viral was the NASCAR, the game 13, first time play reactions video, which had around 40,000 views at the time. And to me, that felt like, you know, if you added an extra 3 zeros to the end, it felt like 44 million views to me. But yeah, this was an opportunity to become big, and I didn't take it, and I haven't been able to taste the greatness ever since. And and especially in a day and age where, you know, gaming channels are like not even a dime a dozen, they're a penny a dozen at this point, okay? There's so many gaming channels out there, and to have an opportunity like this to make everything, to make your life change, to make the entire landscape of YouTube change. Like, I didn't take that opportunity, but I was also 17 years old, not even graduating high school yet. Like, I had no idea. Because, like, I'm pretty sure I knew that if I deleted everything that I was going to upload from then on and just went full-on Five Nights at Freddy's and horror games, I probably could have just skyrocketed in viewers, but I was a scared little kid who wasn't ready for it yet, obviously. I don't know if I am ready right now, obviously. I don't even think I'm ready now for that kind of responsibility as a just massive channel. So, in a way, I'm glad, but in a way, I'm not, because I would kind of like to use this, I would kind of like to use YouTube revenue to kind of, you know, pay for college. Paying for college would be fantastic, but I can't do that now. Also, before we move on, I would like to mention this fact, is that I probably introduced an entire generation of 10-year-olds to NASCAR through this video. So you know what? Even if I didn't get a million subscribers, you know, I still accomplished something. I would definitely say I accomplished something.
In the middle of a little test-like session. Now, do not panic. Do not press the escape button, because that'll automatically close out of Five Nights at Freddy's. So to pause the game, you're going to have to press P. Now, I don't recommend pausing because I've never found a way to unpause, but it can be done if you press P. Now, so don't panic and press escape, because that will not be good.
Ah, would you look at that? A Steam achievement in the lower right-hand corner. The comment section never made fucking light about that at any point in time, did they? No, sir. Yeah, the fact that I hadn't played basically any of NASCAR Game 2013, probably a bad thing, considering I could have probably avoided that achievement if I picked literally any other game or literally any other mode. Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Anyway, all you need to do is get a good time here against a basically ghost car of Denny Hamlin. Now,
oh, hey, hang on a second. I just realized Denny Hamlin won while I'm recording this video just yesterday, so that's actually kind of interesting.
So once you do eventually beat the ghost car, all you need to do is complete another lap. It doesn't matter what time you get on the second lap, you just need to complete it, because here's where shit gets serious.
Another interesting transition. That one was not nearly as good as the other one, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I made this video when I was in high school, so when it was actually going viral, some of my friends watched it in their science class, and then when it said shit got real, the teacher was like, oof. But they kept watching it because because, you know, it's just enthralling is what this is. It's just an enthralling video. Like, the tone of my voice is not perfect. I could have definitely sounded better. But then again, this is 2014 me. Like, this is when my voice was at its absolute worst. Like, this was the transition between being a cute little mid-pubescent into a not quite adult but late pubescent voice. So it was basically the worst of both worlds. And I could have been extremely unlucky and have actually recorded this at a time when, like, my parents weren't home, so I could have actually, you know, talked like this, but it would have been my voice from back then, so it would have been something like this, and then no one would have continued past, you know, second 5. That wouldn't have even made it to, like, me talking about the rabbit or the bird, alright? I would not be inundated to this day with the bird is a chicken comments. It's just, I could die.
Now, at this point, you need to beat Greg Biffle, which I'm making it look like really, really easy to do, but having to try this over and over to get the glitch to work out made me very skilled at this racing segment. So it may look really easy, but this is hours and hours of practice. So after you complete 2 laps, you gotta make absolutely sure you're ahead of Greg Biffle. But it doesn't hurt you to be in first. Now, at this point, I bet you're wondering, why are we in a gigantic truck?
Fantastic hard cut to the truck there. I feel like that was an appropriate moment for a hard cut. Now, this is where things start getting a little bit insane. So, literally, when I was making this video, I was on, you know, Steam going just through random games, and someone messaged me. Someone fucking messaged me during my recording and was like, got gaming ADD tonight? And I'm like, bitch, I cannot put that into my video. So I just reply with making a video, and he's like, oh. If he knew that that day I was making a video that would change my life, if he fucking knew, he probably would have ruined it because he's a dick.
Well, that's where the next part comes in. You need to make absolutely sure that you do not get too much damage to your truck when you're going through these little obstacles. Now, there's a little checkpoint coming up right really soon.
Right really soon, man.
And you're going to need, yeah, there it is. And you're going to need to hit this split right here perfectly to go flying out of your car.
Okay, I'm happy with that transition. That was a very good transition right there. That one's like the second best transition in this video. I do like the transition there.
Now you're going to want to wait to reset because you want to be in dead last, because what you're going to have to do is make up all these positions lost from flying out of your vehicle. So in this single lap, you're going to need to regain all the way back up to first place. And if this seems a little bit too difficult, you can try going for the kill streak, which will let you bypass all of these filler missions that developers put in.
The kill streak I'm very proud of, because I feel like the kill streak is what most people would go for. And just randomly jumping to a kill streak with absolutely no way of telling you how to actually get there. Like I'm telling, this is anatomy of a joke, not like this. The reason I made this video was to try and explain why the video worked. It's not supposed to be like, oh my god, developer commentaries or something. Which it has been so far, which kind of, yeah. It's like more intricate than I remember it being. Like the reason this is the kind of thing that you'd study in like a film class, right? You'd study this in maybe like a social media class 10 years from now. You'd probably be you might be watching this video right now in a what's it called? Social media. I just literally said it. Social media class, and you may be learning how to make a viral video right now. And I'm being your instructor because your actual professor is way too lazy to do this themselves, you know? Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that looking back on this stuff, you find a lot more intricate things, but when in reality, what I was doing back then was what I've said so far, which is I knew I was going to have that edit with the screen transitioning to the race, and I knew I was going to have that edit with the split on the truck game transitioning into this. Like, those were the things that I knew going into the video that I would have. And there are so many more intricate things, such as when I said that I'm an expert in everything Five Nights at Freddy's, but then I'm actually not an expert because I said the generic names of the characters instead of their actual names, you know? Like, all of these things come together in a grandiose display, and they make you feel like you are watching a real video for as long as you can, as long as your brain lets you believe it, basically.
Now, once you win the race, you're going to want to check back on the Fox, because if it hasn't left the curtain yet, you have done something wrong. Now, next you're going to need to either purchase 5 office chairs or 3 chessboard games. And if you can't afford this, then it's back to the kill streak for you.
It's back to the kill streak for you! See, that's the problem with having to record this on my own in the dark when there were other people in my house and I had to keep quiet. Because if I had been able to record this at any other point, I would have been screaming at all times. But the calm delivery, because I have to keep quiet, is probably another thing that kept people coming back. Or, like, kept people there, not coming back, obviously.
Next, you're going to have to make a AAA game. That is a sequel to a successful game that you've already made, and you must name it Top of the Morning to your mate, or else this glitch won't work.
Everyone thought that was a Jacksepticeye reference, and at this point in my life, I'd never watched a Jacksepticeye video in my entire life, which kind of is amazing.
You must also get the good management bonus at the end. And not only that, it also needs to flop horribly. Then you need to insult Trip at the front door.
By the way, Old ThinkerTube discovered my channel. I love Old ThinkerTube. But Old ThinkerTube. If you're out there, Old ThinkerTube, I followed you on Twitter. I expect to follow back, bitch.
And if everything is done perfectly correct, you'll still lose anyway. But you will get a little happy face in the corner.
I am so happy that I kept that version of this game in, because when I went into this, I had no idea how it was going to end. I had no idea how it was going to end. I was thinking, like, we could go into, like, a celebration screen for, like, a post-race in NASCAR 2004, or we could do, like, a celebration screen for, like, a Madden game or something. But no, I think it ending this way with absolutely no, benefit to the actual thing. Just the idea that you're going to go through all these hoops, through all these trials and tribulations. You're going to go through these Herculean tasks in video games. And the only goal at the end of the tunnel is a smiley face in the corner. I think that's genius. 2014 me, 17-year-old me, is a genius. That could have, because this video was directly inspired by a video called Fallout New Vegas Strange New Easter Egg, I think, or something like that. I will show it on the screen right now. And that video is the only reason why this video exists. I don't remember how that one ends, but I feel like this ending is the best possible way to have done this ending. I'm very happy with how this turned out.
It's just a little glitch that I've noticed. But it was bound to be discovered at some point. I mean, it's really easy to execute, so I'm surprised no one else has found it yet. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. And I've got to ask you, have you found any glitches to Five Nights at Freddy's?
So that ending part right there, that final part right there, the point of that was to try and get actually good comments where people do the exact same thing that I do, which is make up absolute bullshit in the comment section. And sometimes I got those. Sometimes I got those comments, and it was always great when I did, because at that point I knew that people had actually watched the video all the way through and actually knew that it was fake and weren't stupid. Those were my favorite people on the internet. Whenever I got one of those comments, because every single day for basically 2 years, I was inundated with stupid comment after stupid comment, and it was just mind-numbingly dumb shit. And to this day, nearly 5 years after posting this, I still get comments on this video. Currently, as of this recording, as of this posting, because this video is going up today, it has 6,474,000 views, 28,169 comments. And believe me, I've read every single one of them over the last 4.5 years. But anytime that people actually went to the end of the video and did the comment that I was talking about, where they actually made up their own lugubrious bullshit, that made my life worth living just another day. Anyway, so this has been Anatomy of a Joke. This is me trying to explain why this video was successful, how it was made, and how it's left an impact on my life, that's for fucking sure. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Kamikaze Games, and I will leave you with the outtake. Oh, for fuck's sake. The outtake also has Tears for Fears, Everyone Wants to Rule the World playing in the background. So if that actually had gotten picked up by the copyright androids, I would not have made any money off this video at any point. So that would have been very bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!